gentlemen, welcome back to your channel. SideScrape here. Now, it's the time now that I'm doing something that I wanted to do for such a very long time, and that's to look to create a community, a training clan for World of Tanks, as well as World of Warships, etc. A place where you guys can learn, you can develop your skills, you can look at playing with people that you really enjoy, people at your level of skill, or people who are better than yourself. If you want to learn from them direct, or people who are not, you know. Pals Battalion, then. First off, I want to explain about the name. So Pals Battalion is a concept that I want the clan to feel and to work like. So basically, Pals Battalion refers back to the First World War. Lord Kitchener, who was the Secretary of State of War at the time, believed that like overwhelming manpower was the key to winning the war. The British Army had a small professional army, but needed a lot more to be able to compete with the other superpowers at the time who were conscripting en masse. So what he did, spoke to stockbrokers, London stockbrokers, to see if they'd be able to raise a battalion of workers and set, you know, the example for the rest of the United Kingdom. So 1,600 men enlisted in the 10th Service Battalion, who were Fusiliers, and they were so-called Brokers Battalion. Well, that was like within a couple of days of it being asked, and then a few days later the Earl of Derby decided that he wanted to raise his own battalion as well. So he put a message out. Within 2 days, 1,500 Liverpudlians, or people from Liverpool, decided to join and signed up together. The main concept was that Lord Kitchener believed that if you're fighting with people that you love, you know, your brother, your dad, your uncles, people, your neighbours, people you know from your co-workers at work, you'd be a lot happier to fight for your country and do more overall. So that's what they did, and it was a massive success with the number of people that they were able to, you know, acquire, really, for people to join up. And that's the reason that I've named the clan, or the community as of such, as the Pals Battalion. It could change in the future. I'll leave that down to you guys, because the way that I'm actually creating this as well, it's not just going to be me in charge. I'm just going to kind of make it so that I'm the boss and everybody else has to do as I say. I've already spoken to another clan called LOM, or Legacy of Might, and they are a really good clan. More or less top end players, you know, like 1,500 plus unicorn players, did well with the IS5s. I think he had like 15 IS5s out of the recent competition. So we're going to be working with them, and we're maybe looking at working with a couple of other small clans. Again, the main concept is going to be that I'll create a clan, say Clan A. That'll consist of, say, players between maybe 100 and 1,000 WN8. Clan B will be called, well, will contain 1,000 to 1,500 WN8, and then the next clan up will contain between 1,500 plus. Now there'll be multiple clans of each type, which is you'd expect from me, really. Hopefully, it all depends on you guys. It's going to be a place where you guys can come to. If you want to learn, we'll teach you. If you want to teach, we'll give you the option to teach. We'll give you a lot of information on how you can actually improve the game, how you can go about bettering yourself, you know. There's no real stopping power to what we can do together. I'm a very passionate man, and from my experience in real life, I've been a manager since I was 18, now 36 years old. I've run a lot of, you know, assessment centres, training programmes, taught people from the call centre, taught people in different cities throughout the country, all sorts. And one of my main things, I am really passionate about people. I'm really passionate about helping you guys to get what you really want to do out of this game. Be it that you want to, I don't know, improve your WN8, or you just want somewhere that you can go to play with your mates. That's going to be what you can do with us. Initially, you're going to see that the clans probably just going to be maybe 1 or 2 clans will all be pulled into the same team. As we build up more resources, we'll start expanding from there. So we'll start, you know, building up, getting more people involved, etc, etc. And it's going to be a co-ed of leaders. I'm not sure if that's the right word, you guys can tell me, but we're going to be a, you know, structure of where there'll be 5 or 6 different leaders. We'll work on how we can actually improve at the top level your experience of the game and make sure that you're getting the best out of it. Rather than, you know, just, if I was running this on my own, one person, one mind, right? I come up with an idea. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, fantastic. But with a large group, we'll be able to debate and make it go from good to being a fantastic idea, and make sure we got all the resources available to teach you guys the next level of what you want to do. It's I am so excited about this, and I really do hope that some of you guys will want to come across, maybe talk to me. If not, we can have a bit of a chat on TeamSpeak and, you know, and go through some details, any qualms that you've got. So that's just the basic idea. So you'd look at 3 clans set up with different levels of WNH. So for example, I've been in trading clans before, and, you know, where you'll have a mixed bag of people. You'd have people who've only played 6,000 games or 10,000 games, have a WNA of 800. They've never really played in a tier 10 tank, and it's come to Clan Wars. Those guys have just gone into it without any real knowledge of what's to be done. While on the opposite side of the spectrum, the other 10 players, so they were 5 players, but the other 10 players, they'd be people who've been doing Clan Wars for ages, and it did sometimes mean that you had to spend a lot more time training these people, or telling them what to do. They make small mistakes, and that can cause a lot of uncomfortability, especially for the people who are newer. It can make it so a lot of them, I know from my own experience, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to get into a Clan Wars or maybe tier 10 Stronghold, because these guys are really good. I'm not very good. I don't want to fluff up and cause them all to lose. So the creation means that these guys will be able to play with people, you know, of their own peers, their own skill level. People have probably been, maybe can only do up to tier 8 rather than trying to jump ahead 2 tiers and do tier 10. It'll also mean that people in, say, the 3rd clan, the people at 1500 plus, those guys know that every single person that they play with should or will have the knowledge to be able to perform exceptionally well in all cases. That's the idea and the concept. Things could change, but that's mainly the model, you know, that I want to try to keep to, and I think it's going to work. It's going to be viable. Next, we're going to be looking at doing a lot of, like what other people do, competitions, inter-clan leagues, 1v1, 2v2 with prizes, etc, etc. But that's just as we start out. We're going to be starting to grow. As you're going to see soon, you're going to see another video of mine, which is I'm going to be looking for YouTubers. I'm looking for you guys who may have only done, you know, maybe small, medium or large YouTuber, to start working on collaborations on how we can actually improve. I'll be investing a lot of time in you guys on how to train. It's going to mean that initially it's going to have an impact on my ability to deliver videos, which I'm not bothered about, because I want to make a better community, a better place for you guys to play in. So then, say we get all this set up. Fantastic. We've got a couple of YouTubers in there. We can start looking at maybe speaking to Wargaming or anybody else to find out, is there anything that has got coming up that we can actually do a set of videos. Say for example, I've got 6 people, YouTubers, small to medium size, who are going to be coming together. We can look at maybe on YouTube. Well, what am I doing? I'll talk about this later. Just keep an eye out for that one anyway. Yeah, so I do hope you better hit me up. I'll have a bit of a chat about this. There will not be one leader. That's the one thing I want you guys to know. It's not going to be one person who's just trying to make everything happen, doesn't have time for you guys. I go on holiday, everything just stops. There's going to be a large leadership resource available for you guys to dig into. And then that'll be like a top tier level leadership, for example. 2nd tier leadership, that'll be the people who are in charge of the guys, you know, who run strongholds, who run training. So we've got a multi-tiered, like a tier pyramid, so to speak, of leadership going upwards. And my word, I hope that you guys will come over and have a chat with us. There's no real capacity for the number of people that we can accept. The only conditions that I'd be looking for is make sure that, you know, you're willing to use TeamSpeak to come in and talk, even if you just to listen. So you log into the game, you log into TeamSpeak. If you're at work, you've got kids in the background, you got a headache, whatever circumstances of life does mean that you can't do what you want to do all the time. Not bothered about that, but it's just to, you know, create that community. We've got a large pool of very experienced players who are going to be helping to teach, you know, people at 1700 WNA and above, so you know that the people who are going to be teaching you know what they are talking about. Now, it doesn't mean that somebody with a WNA of 500 with 30,000 games or something else cannot teach other people, because something you get in everyday business is SMEs, so like subject matter experts, people who are extremely good at specific things. And if we've got anybody who shines, or somebody who doesn't like maybe in a lesser clan here, the one between up to 1,000 WN8, we're going to teach you to lead. We're going to teach you to trade. We're going to teach you in every single thing you want. I have a massive amount of managerial training, managerial knowledge, and I want to put into use with you guys. I know I keep reiterating it. I'm so passionate. I don't think there's anything else really to cover off. The direction we're going initially, start as one clan, two clans, and then expand from there, move the guys around so they're actually working with the best that they can. Okay, well, take care guys. It's really good to speak to you again, and I hope to see you out there. You'll see some other YouTubers coming up with a similar sort of message. Take care, stay safe.